What's going on YouTube? Trucker D back again. Hopefully you're having a good week. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Whatever you see in this video, I hope your week or weekend is going well. So right now I'm headed up to the state line, the Florida-Georgia line, to meet the Atlanta driver. We're gonna swap loads. He's gonna take my set back up to Atlanta, and I'm gonna take what he's giving me back down to Tampa. And then I'm gonna get my weekend started. So I don't really have too much planned, but just kick back and relax. So we're going to talk about another thing I get asked a lot, when to go local and what to expect when you go local. Now, a lot of people who are over the road, they talk about they want to put in their time, then they want to come back and be a local driver. I don't want you guys to have this thought in your head that local is going to be like OTR. Like when you're OTR, you're just bumping docks, going to warehouses. Local, you're going to work. Yes, you're going to have that Monday through Friday situation, most of them, Monday through Friday, depending on what you do. But understand, your ass is gonna work. You know, some jobs, some of these local jobs, you gonna do more unloading and loading than you gonna do driving. Understand that depending on what you do, you're gonna have multiple stops. You know, let's talk about the food service jobs first. Those are your companies like U.S. Foods, Cisco, Cheney Brothers, McLean, whole bunch more. So companies like those, you're gonna have usually I think their trailers are like 28 foot or 32 foot. Some of them pull 53s, but understand you're gonna be unloading that trailer. You're gonna be going up and down a ramp or a lift gate if you're lucky to have a lift gate, and it's gonna be just you and a hand cart and a pallet jack if you're lucky. So you're gonna deliver to places like basically restaurants, fast food joints, schools, daycares. So you're gonna be unloading all that shit by hand. You're gonna take it off the pallets, put it on a hand cart, and be running up and down. You know, you could have 15 stops, you could have 10 stops. It just depends on your run or your route. Yeah, you'll make money, but you're gonna be working long hours. You know, you're gonna be tired as fuck by the time the end of the week comes. Let's talk about the beverage jobs like Budweiser, Coke, Pepsi. Understand that you might have 15 to 20 stops, and yes, you're gonna be touching every single case of soda or beer in that trailer. You know, jobs like that, you're doing more unloading and loading than you're doing driving. You know, you're just going from gas stations or grocery stores, loading, unloading. I know a lot of times those guys too, they have to rotate the rotate the soda or rotate the beer. So it's a lot that comes with doing that. If you want to do like P&D, those are companies like where I'm at, AAA Cooper, Saya, Old Dominion, companies like that. Understand that you're gonna be working sometimes 12-hour days, 14-hour days, sometimes even longer than that. And with those guys too, they also do residential, so keep that in mind. Now, when you first have that thought of going local, you need to first ask yourself one thing or a few things, but the biggest one is, can you back? If you're one of those drivers that's still struggling to back at the pilot, or one of them drivers that's still struggling to back at the consignee or the shipper, I don't recommend you go local yet. You're not ready. If you're struggling to back still, you're not ready for local. Because local, you could be back into anything, You could be blindsiding off the street, alley dock off the street. You could be backing down back alley, you know. It's a lot of crazy places you have to back into. You need to ask yourself, can you handle a 53 in the city? Because sometimes depending on your route, you might have a city route, so you could be in like downtown Chicago. You need to ask yourself, can I back this 53-foot trailer off the street in Chicago? You know, here's what I want y'all to do. If you're considering going local, I want you to go to an industrial area in your city or town, and I want you to ask yourself, can I back this trailer? Would I be able to back this trailer into that door? Would I be able to back down this driveway? You need to ask yourself that. Can you do it? You know, understand too that them cars are gonna be impatient. You know, there's a lot of things you need to keep in mind. Also, when you're local, you might go to you'll deal with the same customers every day, and God forbid you get somebody that you don't care for, but you just gonna have to suck it up and deal with. When you're OTR, you're not really dealing with people. You might just have to deal with the consignee one time or the security guard, but other than that, that's it. It's just you and that truck. When you're local, you're dealing with dispatch, all day for the most part. A lot of things you need to keep in mind. Also, make sure you know how to drive a manual. I say this a lot. You need to make sure you know how to drive a manual because a lot of these companies, they still have some manuals. So learn how to drive one if you don't know how to. And of course, when you're local, it does have its perks besides, having a Monday through Friday. Benefits are usually better. And when you're at a smaller company, they usually treat you better than when you're like at a mega carrier where they have thousands of drivers. If you're like at a smaller company, they usually are more understanding. They treat you like family. That's not always the case, but usually they treat you better. All right, I hate to cut this video short, but I need to make an important call that I've been holding out on. So, as I always tell y'all, thank you to all my day one subscribers. Thank you to all my new subscribers. If you've been watching and aren't sub, be sure to subscribe. If you like the video, hit that like. If you don't like it, well, you know what to do. Hit the dislike. As I always tell y'all take it easy, stay safe.